Hello, and welcome to my channel. Normally, if you were to find me, or what I do on this channel, I am normally playing an adapted 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game with my daughter Tesla. Now, Tesla has a minor critical disorder that needs her with challenges in her life. Those that she is mostly nonverbal. She can talk little, but it takes a lot of effort for her to do. Well, it takes a lot of effort for her to do just about anything, but talking is one of those things. So we've adapted Dungeons and Dragons for this, and it works out very well for her. And it's been a fun game so far. We're finished our first session. We did our, I guess, 1.5, and that turned out great. She updated her character. Hopefully, if you like this video and are interested or curious about how we are doing this, feel free to go back and watch the other two videos. It's a rather interesting game watching her play, and I'm thinking she might be better at spellcasters than I am. She definitely picked interesting choices. Uh, but so Dragon Week is this week's this game. A lot of fun ideas to do for Dragon Week because it's kind of what to do. But it was well, Tesla does tournaments or picks her favorite thing. So it's like, well, having Tesla pick her favorite dragon would be a no-brainer. But she uses a lot of energy for school. She uses a lot of energy for her PTOT. We have a game coming up this Sunday. I would rather have her have the energy to have fun playing a game than do a video for Dragon Week. And honestly, I know her favorite dragon. It's green. Her favorite color has been green for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm pretty sure she's gonna pick Green Dragon. If he would deal with that Green Dragon later, just so she can put a rock, which he never does. Right now, I have a different idea. I was thinking about my many characters that, as the Forever DM, I don't get to play. One of them was uh, was a character named Embra Soft Scale. So I was like, I can write a poem for Embra, and then because it's still kind of new, figured I would be make Embra on roll 20 and kind of step through how to do that with roll 20. Mainly because not everything that is Embra is currently in the 2024 book, so we have to do a little bit of finagling. That being said, I guess we get started. Let me go ahead and switch over to poem vision, as it were, and we can read it. Nothing fancy, just a Google Docs, but we'll go ahead and do it. All right, so the poem is entitled "Soft Scale." Rose vanity she hatched, with pace curse, soft scales, absolutely in cloud fire. Ever soft scale, born with poison blood, walked on 2 legs. The soul being dust, cast aside and fell to ranks, just scoundrels in mother's wake. Soldier, dragon no more. In the squalor where she was hid, a tiny spark inside awakened. Magic surged in every vein, power unknown or explained. So lone Ember walked away, vowing to return with flame. And yeah, that's kind of Embra's origin story in a poetic form, not fancy sonnet or anything that I could use this fun free form. I try to keep it kind of lyrical as I do. But yeah, it was fun to write. I always like thinking about my characters and writing extra stuff for them just for flavor, just for myself mainly, because most of the time, should I get to play, the DMs normally don't want to hear it. But who knows? Maybe someone will want to hear this if they want to be a dungeon master for Embra Soft Scale. But yeah, she was born Her mother was a red dragon, a very prideful, conceited red dragon, as they often happen to be because they're dragons. Uh, and the dragon ran afoul of a hag who cursed her egg, turning Embra into kind of a Yuan-Ti dragon hybrid. I was kind of leaning on the Yuan-Tis are creatures born with a curse, and it was thinking it'd be fun to take something that wasn't necessarily have it turn into something that was considered lesser lesser than it normally should be. And I landed on dragon because that sounded fun. So yeah, let's get into it. Embra Soft Scale. Here she is at level 1. Obviously I picked Sorcerer as a class. Yuan-Ti Pureblood is the race. Gets That's where it gets a little tricky with roll 20, because we have let me switch over so you can see. There. So that's where we get a little tricky, is we have a Yuan-Ti Pureblood Sorcerer in 2024 Dungeons and Dragons. That obviously does not mesh really well with what's currently available. Excuse me, I have a cold. Anyways, so unfortunately, for this character, I couldn't quite use the character master, but I can use a lot of the tools for roll 20, so we can make it. The first thing I did was I pulled up Yuan-Ti Purebred, um, and I used Mordekainen's guides. Mordekainen's guide multiverse. I think I said that wrong. Mordekainen's guide to the multiverse has a version of the Yuan-Ti Purebred, which is much more reasonable than Volo's guide. Volo's guide, the Yuan-Ti was immune to poison in a poison condition and get advantage of spells and spell-like effects. Got some pretty good, I guess, okay spell casting. But that was also tamed or toned down for the Mordekainen's. I think that's more balanced. So now it's resistance to poison, advantage against poison condition for saving throws to receive it and to end the effects. Um, Advantage against spells, which in 2024 monsters don't really cast spells, so it's not going to be. I mean, it'll be useful in some areas, but it's not going to be as useful as it was before. And we still get poison spray as a spell, which is a little bit, I guess, a little improved over what it was before. Poison spray. It's a third. It's got a bigger, increased bonus. It has. I have some tweaking to do, as you can see, still to get everything in place. But still, that's poison damage. It's a key. Said it's attack roll instead of a saving throw. So it's all good. It's all interesting. So yeah, that's where she starts. Um, so yeah, I took the sorcerer, I took Yuan-Ti Purebred as the race. Background, which is quite a bit different. I didn't really choose one from the book for her because none of them really fit. I kind of was like, soldier works really well. Um, kind of a delinquent. She was partying, hanging out with goblins and kobolds and those unsavory things. Very sneaky as well. So I soldier hooligan background of sorts. So she got Constitution and Charisma as her, or yeah, Constitution, Charisma as her attributes. I gave her proficiency in thieves' tools as a criminal would. I gave her intimidation from the soldiers, and then stealth again from the criminal. Background, gave her some items like a crossbow, her thieves' tools, some traveler's clothes, blah, blah, blah. From that as well, that kind of makes up her background. Feet, I took Magic Initiate, and I kind of went with something different. I wanted to give her a few different things. I gave her pick from the Druid spells. I picked Guidance and Thorn Whip. Because I figured the first people to teach her magic were probably like hedge wizards, like goblins or kobolds, people that would have spells that she would normally learn from sword magic source, which is of course another. So she Thorn Whip, she picked that up. I figured that could be a fun control spell as well as guidance, which is going to be a nice little buff to have around. I was reading it wrong. I thought it said Thorn Whip did 1d10. I was like, wow, that was also boosted. For my first level spell, besides getting animal friendship, of course, for being a Yuan-Ti, I can be friends with snakes. I took Entangle, which I thought again, fun little source of crowd control for her. So might be a good way to slow down a group. Ah, group of enemies, that cough. She is of course a sorcerer, so as a sorcerer, she gets a new ability, I believe. It's called innate sorcery. So that gives her as a bonus action, she can increase her difficulty for her saving throws, and it gives her advantage. Yeah, in sorcerer spells, you have advantage on the attack rolls for sorcerer spells you cast. So that's also pretty cool. If I really need to use that in a difficult fight, it might be good to go for. I also got my spell casting, which being a red dragon, I gave her, of course, fire breath or fire bolt. Elementalism, I gave her prestidigitation. I gave her just I sorcerer's first. So was it like four? Maybe I did. Um, that's okay. Anyways, and for my level one, I picked Burning Hands and Shield. So that's about it. Again, I can't use the character mancer when not everything is in the book, because unfortunately a lot of it had to be done manually. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to do a manual change, even for some of these things I missed, like my spells. I can just go in. It didn't add my attributes, sorcerer, and I have to override my an attack poison spray. There we go. I have to do an ability override. I just switch that to charisma. Save that. Now it's at a +5 is what is where it should be. Unfortunately, I have to do that for everyone. So I'm not going to do that right now because that's tremendous waste of time. But yeah, we just again go to edit, attack, ability override, charisma. So a lot of this is going to be doing things like that. Just sort of knowing how to manipulate the numbers in Roll20 to get it to where you want it to be. Let's go ahead and number 2. Again, a lot of it's going to be manual. So I get 1d6 hit points, which for level 2, it comes out to 4 hit points plus my 2 for Constitution. That is going to be 6. So I have to go up here, change this to 14. 14. Make sure my hit dice went up. Oh, it says level 2. It should be level 2 now because I'm level 2. Save. There we go. I can heal. Did I push a button? Oh, I somehow used a dagger attack. How fun. Okay. So I did my hit points, and then I go to what does a sorcerer get at level 2? I think we all know what it is. It is going to be I was wrong. At level 2, and I get meta magic, of course. So meta magic, I believe I get 2. For final magic, I get to switch my sorcery points. Um, you get 2 meta magics. So I have 2 meta magics, and I'm going to take for my 2 meta magics. I'm going to take Quicken. First, I'm going to put in magic. I'm going to show you how we can drag and pull drop things into the character. So I'm going to put meta magic. There we go. It shows us that this has been added to the character sheet. And now we can find it under features and traits. I'm going to take Quicken Spell, which was that weakened? I don't remember. Quicken Spell, of course, allows me to cast as a bonus. When you cast a spell that has a casting timer and action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting to a bonus action. For this casting, you can't modify this spell um, in any way. So, and actually, I believe you can only cast 1 level spell per turn. Suppose I can quicken a cantrip though. So I'm going to take quicken spell. Uh, quick end spell. Of course, if you don't spell it right, it doesn't come up. Quickened spell. There it is. Meta magic quicken spell. Grab that on into my character, and again, it adds it for me. And then I think this character makes sense. She kind of has a little bit of sneakiness to her. It's a subtle spell. I spelled it wrong again. All right, so I have subtle spell. I'm going to get fonts of magic. We have to pick the right one. Features. It's always going to be the features. Font of magic. And there we go. We see if we try to add the class, it wouldn't let me, but if I add just the feature, it does. So that's a way you can do a lot of different things. If you need to enter a custom class, you can do that from here as well. Or if you need to add just a certain feature from a class, you can go to your little compendium and you can just enter, search for it and you can put it in. Of course, the more books that come out, the more handy that will be once there are, it gets a little crazy. I'm hoping with the Forgotten Realms book and the Everon book, we're going to get a lot more feats and a lot more classes, subclasses. I personally say, Wizards, we need a chicken in every pot. We need a subclass for every class. We need a feat for every race. Just go crazy. Give us new everything. Fill the books up with all the crazy shenanigans we could ever want. So level 3, we're gonna, of course, pick our. I won't level too much. Level 3, we'll pick our subclass, um, which I really love. There's one feature I like, and I discovered this when I was upgrading another character for another game. But if you have a feature that just like gives you bonus spells, you can add that, and it will automatically also add the spells for you as you reach those level requirements, which is great. So I'm going to put in Draconic Spells because that's what our subclass is um, Draconic Spells, the feature. All right, and now we go here. It already added Alter Self and Dragon's Breath. It also added Command. So we got all those bonus spells added. It just saved quite a bit of time. And as it levels, it's going to unlock the rest of those spells. So we get to level 5, it's going to have Fear and Fly added. It's going to add Arcane Eye and Charm Monster. Legend Lore, and of course, Summon Dragon. It does a lot of the calculations for you. So if I were to pick up, put in Draconic Resistance, I think I spelled it wrong. Draconic. Um, our resilience. Draconic resilience right here. Drag that here. Oh, I guess I proved me wrong. It did not do our armor class adjustments. I'm not wearing any armor, so it should be. Well, you're not wearing armor. You would get an armor class equal to 10 plus your dexterity plus your charisma modifier. So technically, my armor class should be now 15. That's easy to fix. +2 override base armor. So just scarcity other bonus. Let's see. That gives us our 15 armor class. With shield, it's going to be 20, which is great. It means I'm a little bit more tanky. Hit points, I'm going to get the 3 extra hit points plus my 6. So I'm going to 9 extra hit points. So that's going to put us up to 23. Again, making us pretty tanky for a sorcerer. And I'll get 9 extra hit points every level. All right. That's it. That's level 3. I guess we also get Draconic Spells, Draconic Resilience. Yep, that's it. That's what we get. That's great. Um, I, of course, would be picking out additional spells from our spell list, which I would be happily picking out level 2 spells right now. It's probably going to be Scorching Ray, because again, fire. And I'll do a flame. I like Flame Blade. I'm going to pick Flame Blade. It just sounds like it'd be fun to have. And again, if I get stuck in melee, this character now can sort of hold their own in a melee range. I'll take Flame Blade. So two more fire spells. Um, just to add to the theme, I get a couple level two spells. I'm going to take. I'll take. Um, I guess I'll take Sleep, and I will take. I will take comprehend languages just for that exploration or you know discovery type stuff that could come up. All right. So yeah, that's about it. That's what we do. I continue on. I could go do this forever because it's so fun to make characters, but I think we get the point. Yeah, Roll 20 is great. I think the new 2024 stuff is going to be fun. I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to Dragon Marks and Eberron. It's just, they're just going to be, I think, very good. I'm looking forward to the new subclasses in um zoo subclasses in Forgotten Realms look very interesting, and I really want to play with them. Maybe I'll make a new character for the rogue subclass. I had an old character from Palladium that fits perfectly. Background, theme, everything fits really well with that subclass, and I think it'd be fun to make. So maybe we'll make that character next. Um, as always, if you are interested in joining the fight against mitochondrial disease, I will include a link where you would be able to contribute to that battle and roll initiative. It really does helps us get a little closer to reaching that life changing cure for Tesla and all the other children who are struggling with either the same conditions as one that's very similar. If you do like the video and you think you would want to give some suggestions on how to make Embra more dragon-like, go ahead and drop a comment down below. If you want to watch our adapted actual play, I would be super excited. Uh, Make sure to like and subscribe. We have a video coming out every other Friday as long as I'm still first. Thank you for watching this video. I hope everyone has a wonderful whatever is left of their Dragon Week